All right, TikTok, I guess I'm live. I'm Ken Schaefer, and I'm a men's sexual health coach, and I'm here to discuss all things related. I'm having trouble getting this out. I'm having trouble. I'm here to discuss all things related to men's sexual health. And um, I normally do lives on other platforms, and I'm just beginning to experiment with TikTok. So, yeah, this is an experiment, and I'm not used to the platform. I don't know where all the things are. Things flash up on my screen and confuse me. Um, this is a much more dynamic environment, and I hope that people will watch and ask questions. Um, so I normally do lives on like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And I've been doing a series called The ABCs of Men's Sexual Health. And every week I cover a different letter in the ABCs. And earlier tonight, about 10 or 15 minutes ago, I finished my normal live. The the letter I'm up to is W, and the word I was discussing with them was water and how it's important. Water is important for men's health or everyone's health, but uh, talking in the context of men's health um, and men's sexual health. And so let me discuss that with you. And if you have questions, I hope you will ask. I hope I will see it. If I don't see it during the live, please leave a message on my profile or whatever, and I will get back to you. Or you can go to my website, which is linked in my profile, healthysexualitywithken.com, and you can either message me through my website, you can use my email address, or you can get on one of the other platforms um, that I'm on, and I've already told you what they were. You can get on there. You can DM me there. You can DM me here. Whatever. If you have a question and you want the answer, find a way to contact me, and I will do my best to make sure your question gets answered. So, there, something just flashed on my screen. I have no idea what it was. Um, all right, so water. Why is it important for in the context of men's sexual health? Well, uh, to be healthy, you need to be hydrated. I don't think that's a revelation to too many people. If you're not drinking enough water, you're going to be dehydrated. Your body isn't going to work as well as it could if it had adequate hydration. Unfortunately, here in the United States, the tap water that we're getting it varies quite a bit from community to community, but uh, in general, the tap water we're getting is not very high quality. The infrastructure of this country is pretty dilapidated, and more and more communities are not able to trust their tap water as a clean, safe source of water. Okay, so if you can't trust your tap water, where do you go? Well, a lot of people won't drink tap water. Uh, they started selling bottled water decades ago in mass. The corporate America convinced all Americans that they needed to drink bottled water. And, well, now that's true. Back then, I questioned whether or not that was true. But um, so the problem with bottled water is that it comes in plastic, and plastic is a source of endocrine disrupting compounds. And I could go on for hours talking about these compounds uh, and how they affect our bodies. But in short, these endocrine disrupting compounds disrupt our endocrine system, which is your hormonal system. And plastic is one of the primary sources of these endocrine disrupting compounds. And you should never store your food or drink in any kind of plastic. Um, I think there are some kinds of plastic that are safer than others, but why risk it? Do not drink your food, drink your water or liquids from plastic. Do not store your food in plastic. Do not ever cook in plastic. Don't put something in plastic and put it in the microwave. Get plastic out of your kitchen. Get plastic out of your bathroom. That's another big exposure area. Another big exposure area is your clothing. Our clothing is made mostly from, and it's a big problem, it and it's a big problem with our water. That's another reason why you want to find a safe source of water, because our water is polluted with plastic particles, microplastics. Um, all right, so if you're going to get bottled water, get it from a container that is not plastic, glass or aluminum cans or something else, but not plastic. All right, so another way you can get safe water is to filter it. And you can buy filtering systems that you can install into your plumbing. They're generally considered the best, but they're expensive, and you need to hire a plumber to install it, and it can run into some money. And for some people, it's worth the expense because their health is important to them. Other people just don't have those resources, but there's another way you can filter your water. There are DAP filtering systems, um, and you just pour some tap water into these filtering systems. It filters out all the chemicals and all the anything that's generally not a problem in the U.S. But if there's some organism in your water that's going to make you sick, it will filter that out. And so then you just have to pour all your drinking water through the filter, and you'll have to replace the filters every so often, but you'll have safe drinking water. There are also handheld and hand-carried filters. When I travel, I do a lot of outdoors activities. So if I'm out hiking or camping or whatnot, I have a portable handheld filter. I can just fill it up with water, press it through the filter, and get my drinking water that way. And I carry that with me whenever I'm traveling, because when you're traveling, you're going to, someplace you don't know what the quality of the water is, and most likely it's not very high quality. So, filter your water, and there are many, many options for that. If you're not going to filter your water, drink bottled water, but not from plastic containers, all right? And again, plastics are a major source of endocrine disrupting compounds, and those compounds mess with your hormonal system, and they are estrogenic in nature. And what does that mean? Estrogenic means estrogen-like, and estrogen is associated, it's called the female hormone. It's not really the female hormone. Men and women both need estrogen, but men just need much smaller amounts. And these estrogenic compounds are messing up the body because they act like... All right, this is an annoying thing on TikTok. They keep abruptly ending my lives. I was live, I could see people were logging in, I don't know if they were staying, but people were watching. Okay, but I've resumed the live. So I was discussing water and why you shouldn't drink water from plastic containers, uh, which most bottled water is sold in plastic containers. It's because plastics are a source of endocrine disrupting compounds that mess with your endocrine system, so your hormones don't function properly in your body. It's a reason why there's an infertility crisis. The rate of infertility is skyrocketing in both men and women. It's one of the reasons why there's an epidemic of ED in men. Um, it's not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons. So, uh, drink water. You need to drink adequate amounts of water to stay healthy, keep yourself hydrated, and and you need to drink safe water. And if you were watching earlier, I was talking about how tap water is a questionable source of water for most people. In some communities, it's very unsafe. In others, it's probably safe, but you don't know unless you have your tap water tested. Um, so, it just as a general rule, you should filter your water and drink water from non-plastic containers. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Um, Follow me. Uh, Go to my website. Check out my other social media. Um, Sign up for my newsletter. If you want information on men's sexual health, and particularly how to deal with erectile dysfunction, sign up for my newsletter and you'll get lots of good information. Um, and I have a number of things in the works. I'm working on an ebook that I'm almost done with the ebook, and so if you sign up for my newsletter, you'll find out about how to get that ebook soon. And the ebook is a practical guide for men on how to best deal with erectile dysfunction. Um, and I have an online community that I'm going to be starting up, and you'll get information on that as well. So, thank you for watching, and I will be signing on more regularly if I can figure out how to keep TikTok from abruptly stopping my lives. Um, you know, that would be great, because I could see that this is a great platform to reach people. So until probably next week, about this time, thank you for watching, and goodbye. And now I need to figure out how to shut this down.